In the mid-1970s, DC police had a problem. Thefts in downtown offices were surging, and then the mafia came to town for a piece of the action. A mysterious Italian crime family put word on the streets that they would pay top dollar for stolen goods at a warehouse in Northeast DC. Thieves flocked to PFF Inc., Pasquale's finest fencing to those in the know, with all manner of contraband. Office equipment, guns, jewelry, even an EKG machine from Prince George's Hospital Center. As long as they called ahead, they were allowed inside the warehouse to haggle with Pasquale LaRocca and his associates, who had very memorable Italian names, like Rico Rigatoni and Angelo Lasagna. They also bragged about their violent past and served meatballs slathered in Tabasco sauce. But Pasquale's prices were the best around for just about everything. And if all that sounds suspicious, trust your instincts. The pretend mafiosos were part of Operation Sting, the brainchild of FBI agent Bob Lill and Metropolitan Police Lieutenant Bob Arscott. PFF Inc. really stood for Police FBI Fencing Incognito. And in February of 1976, it ended with a huge party. With promises of booze, drugs, and prizes, Pasquale invited all his PFF clients back to the warehouse. Scores of them showed up and were promptly arrested. The press hailed the operation, which had recovered over $2 million worth of stolen property and caught the sales on a hidden camera. Washingtonians couldn't get enough of the story, and the officers became overnight celebrities. But not everyone was celebrating. As the Washington Star's cartoonist alluded, some Italian Americans took offense at the ruse, calling it a bad ethnic joke. Others argued that the easy money at PFF had incentivized crime, particularly in poor black neighborhoods which had been ravaged by the 1968 riots. Nearly all those arrested were unemployed African American men, and many were addicted to drugs in a city lacking adequate treatment programs. As one letter to the Washington Post put it, the sting may have created new criminals, but little else, and nothing of value. But DC police and the FBI felt otherwise. As they were quick to point out, many caught in the sting were out on bail for other crimes, which frustrated Police Chief Maurice Cullinane to no end. The police department is getting the criminals off the street, he bristled later. It is the other part of the system, including the courts, that are letting them out again. The officer who played Rico Rigatoni offered a blunt solution. They've got a brand new jail. Fill it up. On the heels of PFF, the Operation Sting team moved forward with two new fencing operations. GYA, short for Gotcha Again, based out of a trucking garage in Shaw, and Tricon, which included a working ice cream van that also bought stolen goods. Like PFF, both recovered mountains of property and spurred ethical concerns about entrapment. But critics were fighting an uphill battle. After the Gotcha Again arrests went public, President Ford invited the sting officers to the White House for a victory lap. He highlighted the DC operations as a model for cooperation between local and federal law enforcement, and argued for increased funding. Other cities took note. Over the next several years, a wave of sting operations made headlines across the country. Many were backed by generous federal grants and training from the FBI and DC police. Both captivating and controversial, the sting became a mainstay in policing nationwide. For more DC area history, check out our Boundary Stones playlist and subscribe to WETA PBS on YouTube.